I was forced to have the operation in second grade of junior high school. Please return the life that I've lost. My life has been made pathetic. However, in my heart, I have a feeling that I want to tell the story.
Keita was sterilized as a teenager. Without warning or explanation, he was taken to a hospital and operated on. He was later told it was punishment for misbehavior at school, something considered abnormal. Now he's suing the government for about $270,000. When he married later on, he couldn't bring himself to tell his wife. And after decades of a childless marriage, he managed only to break the news shortly before her death in 2013.
When I confided to my wife about the operation, I apologized to her from the bottom of my heart that I made one woman unhappy. I can't imagine how hurt my wife was whenever she was told by people around her that you still haven't had a child, and by her friends that why can't you have a child? She was just looking at me, listening to my story. And when she finished listening, she didn't say anything about the operation at all, but just said the kindest words. When I die, always have energy and eat well.
Japan's eugenic protection law was first introduced in 1948 with an intent of what was described as preserving the purity of the Japanese race. It allowed for the sterilization of people with genetic disabilities with the declared intent of eliminating malignant genes. However, inaccurate medical tests often led to wrongful surgical treatment, permitting operations on over 16,000 people in Japan until 1996. Keita's story is a rare one, though, as earlier lawsuits showed the majority of victims were women. And he only revealed his story after he had heard them speak up. We previously interviewed the woman who was the first to do this.
I had a hard time going through the middle school. One of the teachers took me in as a caretaker at his house. There, I was constantly abused by his wife. I never had the chance to see the official papers to back my diagnosis either. She hated me. At home, my parents told me that I was operated on, and now I cannot have babies. My father didn't agree to the operation. He was forced to sign documents by my teacher and welfare officers.
The government claims its hands are clean, as it was just complying with Japanese law at the time, but for the victims, this isn't good enough. Officials plan to carry out a nationwide survey into the consequences of the now defunct law, amidst increasing scrutiny of the practice. With more operations being declassified day by day, it's causing more people to demand the government compensate its victims. Unfortunately, this won't return the lives the victims say they've lost. The only thing Keita is left to hope for is justice for him and others.
I want to push forward this trial for those people who suffered too.